Welcome back to the world of stories. The camera opens on a man sitting in a small, messy apartment, staring into the lens with a blank face. He sighs deeply and begins to speak in a dramatic tone. You ever have a day that completely ruins your faith and logic? A day that makes you wonder if reality is just one big prank show? Well, that was my Monday, and it all started with one sentence from my boss. Team, we're about to change the world. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rohan, and I work in an office so boring that even Excel sheets cry when they open on our computers. My boss, Mr. Kareem, is the kind of man who wakes up every day thinking he's the CEO of Google, even though he sells staplers. That morning, I walked into the office, coffee in one hand, soul in the other, only to find the entire staff standing around the conference table like they were about to summon a demon. And there he was, Mr. Kareem, wearing sunglasses indoors, holding a golden egg. Yes, a golden egg. He raised it above his head like it was the Holy Grail. And then he shouted, "Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we transform. Today we become the future." Everyone clapped like their life depended on it. You know, that awkward office clap where nobody knows what's happening, but they don't want to get fired? That one. I stood there wondering if I should call security or a psychiatrist. He went on for an hour, an entire hour, talking about evolution, progress, flying above the competition. At some point, he actually said, "We are no longer humans. We are birds of prey." I was about to text my resignation letter when it happened. He scratched his neck, then his arms, then his voice cracked, and then, right in front of our eyes, Mr. Kareem transformed into a chicken. Not a figurative chicken, a real chicken. White feathers, red comb, the whole package. He jumped on the conference table and started clucking like he was delivering the keynote speech at a poultry convention. The room went silent. You could hear the sound of everyone's brain breaking at the same time. Then someone whispered, "Is this a team building exercise?" The chicken turned his head sharply like, "Did you just question my authority?" Before anyone could react, he flapped his wings and flew. Well, not exactly flew, but jumped dramatically onto the projector screen. The projector fell. The lights flickered. It felt like we were in a horror movie directed by KFC. People started losing their minds. Raj from accounting fainted. Sarah started recording on her phone for Instagram. Someone screamed, "Is he going to lay an egg?" Meanwhile, the chicken, our boss, started pecking at the golden egg like he was unlocking some secret level of life. That Acher walked in at that moment, holding a cup of tea, and froze. She said, "What in God's name is happening here?" And I swear, the chicken looked at her and clucked twice like he was saying, "You're fired." Then came the chaos. Someone tried to catch him with a trash bin. He escaped and ran through the office like a feathery tornado. We chased him for 20 minutes, through the hallway, into the pantry, even into the server room. At one point, he jumped onto my desk, knocked over my coffee, and pooped on my laptop. Yes, my laptop. And guess what? IT said the warranty doesn't cover poultry attacks. After 30 exhausting minutes of chasing him like contestants on a reality show called Catch That Boss, animal control arrived. These guys came in wearing nets and gloves like they were about to fight a dragon. The chicken, our beloved boss, stood there on top of the printer, chest out, wings spread, like a warrior ready for his last battle. They lunged. He dodged. They lunged again. He bit one guy on the finger. For a moment, I thought he was going to win. But finally, after a chase that could have been an Olympic event, they caught him and put him in a cage. As they carried him out, he turned his head back to look at us. His eyes were filled with something: pride, anger, or maybe he was just thinking about corn. The next day, HR sent an email that said, "Due to unforeseen circumstances, Mr. Kareem will be on an extended leave of absence. Please direct all questions to the acting manager." The acting manager walked in that afternoon. His name? Mr. Bird. No joke. And that, my friends, was the day my boss turned into a chicken. Moral of the story? Never trust a man who calls himself an eagle in a Monday meeting.